Hiya, I wonder if you can help me. I saw a property that you're advertising online in auction. It's in. I just wondered if I just have a bit of information about it. Is it still for sale? Are people still bidding on it? What is the process, or is it already gone? Hiya. Perfect. So no one's bid on it at the moment. You wait till the kind of end of the month sort of thing. Has there been any interest in it at all? Okay. Is it possible to arrange a viewing for it? Hi all, so you saw that I was on the phone to an estate agent trying to get a booking to view a house that we've seen. We've come on a long journey, so it's like a 7-hour round trip for us from where we live to view a property. Kel's in the back. We're just eating our lunch and then we're going to go meet the estate agent. So this is essentially this round, property number 1 that we're going to look at. We did look at one earlier this year in a similar sort of area, but it really was out of the question. It wasn't really for us. This first one that we're going to look at is on an auction sale. So as I've said before, our budget is extremely low and we're prepared that when we do find the property that we're going to move to, that it's going to need some sort of extensive modernisation or renovation, but we're prepared for that and it's something we're actually looking forward to. I don't know how this viewing's going to go, but we're heading off now to meet the estate agent, but follow along. And as I say, this is property number 1, hopefully the only one that we view, and it all works out well, but who knows, you know, these things are stressful and can take a long time. But as always, we will take you along for the journey with us and we will update as soon as. So we've just got back from viewing the property. It was a long old day, bit of traffic around there where we live, which is the norm. So yeah, about 7-8 hours driving in total. Luckily, our trusted assistant, my dad's always on projects with us, he managed to drive us there and back, so we got to just sit back and enjoy. So yeah, we viewed the property. Like I said earlier, it was our first proper one that we're going to see. Yeah, we liked it. Nice bit of land, great potential. It does, however, need a hell of a lot of work doing to it, and as I've said before, we are on a low budget and limited budget. It all depends now, really. We're going to have a think over the weekend and decide what we want to do. Obviously it's auction and bidding, so don't want to get our hopes fully into it, because it's potentially something that there's going to be other bidders, and where we're on such a limited budget, we're not going to get a look in anyway. But it's definitely something we're going to be thinking about over the weekend. And there's plenty of other houses out there. We're not in any major rush. It's just coming up to December, Christmas time and stuff like that, so we've got plenty of other stuff to keep us occupied in the meantime. But watch this space, we'll see. There's a few more bits of paperwork to come through for us to look at before we make any dead set decisions, but I think, if I remember rightly, the auction's within the next week or two. So yeah, we'll let you follow along, and we'll keep updating as and when we look at any more properties, or if we move forward on this one. But it's exciting to know that there is something like this on the horizon, and it's what we want to do, and it's quite a rural area as well, which is what we're really into, getting back to nature, kind of frugal living, old style living, that type of thing. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we'll keep you in the loop. Right, so I spoke to you last on Friday after we'd viewed the property. We've had a good chance to think about it over the weekend. Although it would be a lot of work for us, I think at this point we've got nothing to lose by putting in a little cheeky bid. So we've decided that we are going to bid on this property. We've registered with the auction house, and we've had our account verified this morning, so that once we've seen all the paperwork and the details that we need to see, that we are kind of verified and we can bid on it. We've got a few things on this week, so that will keep our mind off it and our mind busy. As it stands at the moment, the auction ends at the back end of this week. However, because the paperwork hasn't all been drawn up yet by the sellers' solicitors for the auction house, it's looking like it's going to be extended for a bit, which, I mean, it's neither here nor there really. We'd rather see the legal pack and get our solicitors to check it through anyway before we bid on anything, just to make sure that we're not bidding on something that's just going to fall down as soon as we walk in and shut the door on it. So we're off on a few errands today. We did have the dentist this morning, but that's cancelled, and now Kel's driving and we're heading to the vets to take our lovely little Pickle, one of our 2 cats, for their annual health check. She's not very happy about it. I'm not sure if you can see. Let's show you. So she's in there, bless her. So she's not very happy about getting put in the box. Both our cats, they are sisters, and they're 14 next February, so we like to keep them checked in, vaccinations, annual health check. She'll have temperature check, weight check, heart check, all that sort of stuff today. But we've got a few more bits on this week that we're being busy with, so there's not really much more to update until we get to the point that we're looking and starting to bid. It's quite exciting. I think this is our first, obviously not our first property, but it's the first property we're ever going to bid on at auction. We've never bought an auction property. We're looking into how that works, so that's something very different for us. But I think this is a sort of testing the water bit with the auction. I mean, I just hope that we are so lucky with this one and we don't have to worry about it again. But if anything, the positive is, well, 2 positives really about this one. We've visited this area a few times now, and we know that we like the area, so that's sort of narrowed down our search for any future properties. And if we aren't successful with this one, then we've got experience with auction, and we'll feel a bit more confident at looking at other properties for auction as well. So again, just a brief update. We're going to share everything with you guys and keep you updated with it all, but for now the main update is we've decided we're going to bid. We've registered with the auction house, we've had our account verified, and we're just waiting for the legal pack. So as soon as that comes through, we'll update more. Hi all. Excuse the growth. Fizz is being very clingy today. So just another update from us. That last time I spoke to you was the Monday after we'd viewed the house on the Friday. We are now on Thursday, when the auction was expected to go ahead. So the bad news on that, well, not bad news, just a change in circumstances. We thought, as I said, that it was going to be extended. It's actually, the legal pack's still not out, and it's been extended for another 2 weeks, which is a bit of a pain because we sort of like, we want to get moving. We want to kind of know what we're doing. We haven't really looked at any other properties, but now this has been extended for another 2 weeks, we're going to have to kind of do something, because not only does that hold us up for another 2 weeks and potentially missing out on any future properties, but obviously 2 weeks enables another 2 weeks of viewing for other people, so there's a lot more people that are likely to be in the auction, and with our limited budget, that's not really a good sign for us. So we're going to keep our fingers in that pie, and actually today, we've just been doing a few errands and stuff and chilling, and we've had a notification come through for another property that we like, which is pretty close to this other one, a little bit further along but not too far. So it's still about 3.5 hours away from where we're currently based now. And this property's come through. It's pretty nice. It's a similar size. Actually, if anything, it's maybe in a little bit of a better condition. And the thing that attracts us to this, obviously, it's got a large garden again, but also it's not an auction. So, you know, we wasn't that keen on getting into an auction anyway. We know we might have to if we don't find the right property. So tomorrow, we managed to get the viewing for tomorrow. It's only gone online today, got the notification through. So I don't know if it's had any other views or anything like that. So we're going to head off early in the morning. Going to drive up there, another 8-hour round trip probably, but we've got nothing to lose. We like what we see on the photos. We think it's worth going to view in person, but we'll take you along with us. And you're probably going to get bored of these updates, but obviously it's very stressful looking for a property, and doubly stressful with a limited budget that we have to sort of go where those houses are. And it's another long drive tomorrow, so we'll keep you in the loop and we'll keep you updated, and hopefully Fizz will be less clingy because she won't be able to come with us tomorrow. Hi all, so I just thought I'd come on and give you a quick update as I did promise. So yesterday, as you know, we were heading back up to the area that we've been looking at for different properties, ones that are in our kind of budget. Mega long day, Friday again, got hit with traffic on the way back. I think it was like 12-hour day in the end. But that aside, so when I looked at this other property, this one is not auction. However, when we got there, we found out that there's already been 2 offers put in for this one, and there was another 4 viewings after us, and there was like, we crossed over with a couple as well, so it's very popular, and we know there's another 5 viewings on Monday. So I mean, it's a bit disheartening because we did like this property, and I'm sure that we're probably going to like every property that we see. So the difference in this one to the other one is that the property is larger. The garden is a completely different shape, so it's like very long, but again, this is another one that's got a 1/4 acre with it, so we're buzzing with that. Now, we came away because it needs a lot of work. We enjoyed the viewing. It needs a hell of a lot of work, and without sounding, I don't know what the word is, but without sounding rude, the house, it was a smelly one. Let's just leave it at that. That was a lot to get over downstairs. It needs completely fumigating and kind of opening up and all that type of stuff. But that aside, so in terms of a lot of work to do, we know that we're lucky we've got Vera. So any property that we do purchase, eventually, whenever that may be, we're quite lucky that we can renovate and stay in Vera at the same time while we're doing that. So we've got somewhere to have as a base camp and to stay in. So just what we've done on this one And just to recap actually, so 2 that we've seen, that we've actually gone and viewed. 1, we're registered to bid, as I've said before, and it's an auction. We still haven't had the legal pack, so we're not prepared to place any bid until we've had our solicitors and conveyancers run through that anyway. So that's still there in the background. We still really like that property, and that's still an option. This one that we looked at yesterday, because there's been so many bids, and the way that the estate agent wants to run it, so everyone puts, if anyone's interested, they put in their best and final offer. They promised us there's no gazumping, there's no kind of, this person's bid this, do you want to bid a bit more, you can get it. And we don't really want to get into some sort of bidding war on this one anyway. Obviously, in an auction we would be in essentially a bidding war, but this one is not. It's just a lot of stress with everything else that we've got going on at the moment. So, you know, we had the 4-hour drive home, we spoke about it, we've reflected, and we have made an offer, and we've put our offer into the estate agent, and it's the best that we can do at this time, and with still a little bit of money around us that we can start to get the house renovated. Don't get me wrong, the next bit will be, if our offer gets accepted, it'll be real squeaky bum time. How are we going to get it done? And we want to share that journey along with everyone. That's part of life, right? Everyone just manages. But someone told me years ago, and I think it was my uncle actually. He said you always buy the worst house in the best street. By no means this is the worst house, but it's very run down, needs a hell of a lot of work, and the houses down that street are absolutely beautiful. So again, hard not to get our hopes up when we're in the position that we're in, but yeah, we're two properties in, one that we're registered to bid on and one that we have put an offer in. So again, watch this space. I'm hoping that this video doesn't turn into the longest ever video that you've watched of when we keep getting declined and keep not finding houses that we want, and hopefully we'll get to a resolution soon, but you'll be invited to follow on along the way. So we're just trying to keep ourselves a bit busy. As you know, we're just waiting on updates from things. Just off out for another little walk. I'm getting myself overexcited about communication rather than from estate agents, which is actually logically just probably standard automatic replies that they send to everyone. But as you know, we put an offer in on the property that we liked on Friday. We've had confirmation that our offer has now been passed on to the seller, and we're waiting to hear next steps. So like I say, trying not to get my hopes up, but naturally it's very hard for me not to do. Hopefully we'll hear some more today, or in the next couple of days at least, about whether our offer has been successful or not. If it has, squeaky bum time. If it hasn't, squeaky bum time. You're so close, no, I can't forget, no. Forget what? When I saw you on the dance floor, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People go insane when you walk by. Girl, you should wear a name tag. So everyone, just another update from me. As you know, we've looked at 2 properties. The update is basically, in a nutshell, the offer that we put in for the house that we viewed, that we quite liked, didn't get accepted. I think it went for about 25-30 over the asking price, which we did bid over the asking price, but obviously not enough. So that's where we are at the minute. It's a pretty cold day. We're both feeling pretty miserable. We're still in the running for that the auction of the one that we want to bid on. I've actually spoken to them today and they're still waiting for the legal pack to come through, so that's just taking weeks. I've no idea what's really going to happen with that one. But yeah, we're just feeling a bit down, house hunting on a frugal budget, you know, not having our own space really. It all looks great when you're putting things out there on Instagram and stuff, but it is tough, but we'll be absolutely fine. And what better way to we're trying to cheer ourselves up, so what better way we know how to cheer ourselves up. We're out for a lovely brisk walk, going to play about with the drone, and we're going to put some plans together to maybe go away for a couple of nights over the weekends. And hopefully if we do go away, then we'll be sharing that video with you in a few weeks anyway, so watch this space. Thanks for watching, hustlers. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share for the rest of our journey. Who knows where we'll end up. See you next time.